Hello, my beautiful Scorpios. I hope all is well. Today is August 8th, and today we are doing your reading for the remainder of August 2021. If your sun sign is in Scorpio, your moon sign, rising, or your Venus sign, this video may have something that may resonate with you. So I definitely ask that you make yourself comfortable and join me in getting these beautiful messages for you, my dear Scorpio. I took the liberty to go ahead and pre-shuffle to get a couple of to get a couple of cards out and just see where the overall energy is for the month for our dear Scorpios, okay? And surprisingly, but not surprisingly, the first card out in our animal messages deck is the Scorpion. And the Scorpion says, in a new relationship, passion offers the challenge of ecstasy and pain. So your card is out here representing for you in this moment, Scorpio, and it is accompanied by the grandchildren card in our Hoodoo Tarot deck, which is also equivalent to the Star card in traditional tarot. Now, the Star card is a very auspicious card. It is a card of good luck. It is a card of receiving and achieving your highest goals and your highest ideals. And being paired with your own sign and your own animal totem, the Scorpion, I feel like there is a person showing up in your life that's willing to love you just the way you are, beautiful Scorpio. And it feels like you may have manifested this person. And when I say manifest, I don't mean you've just been, thinking about them and using the law of attraction or anything like that. It feels like you have been doing some deep work on yourself. It seems like that you've been accepting of your flaws. You've been being accountable. You've been being aware. And these are all beautiful things. So the question is, what is it that you can do better in this time right now, Scorpio? How can you be a better human being? How can you be a better mate to another person without being a better friend and loved one to yourself first? I feel like you've been being a little bit better to yourself, Scorpio. And if you haven't, this may be just the sign that you need to take heed and to start really nurturing, loving, and issuing out some self-care to yourself at this time. Let's get a third card out for this overall energy. We got the big queen. That's Empress energy, another major arcana. So again, you are manifesting these things because you're stepping into your own power right now, dear Scorpio. The big queen is really big feminine energy, so it lets me know that you've been brave enough to use your sacred no. You've been brave enough to take time for yourself, to take that nap, to figure out the desires of your heart, to only do that which feels good to you. Now, if you haven't been able to do these things, if you haven't been able to muster up the strength, these cards are your permission slip to do so. Scorpio, you're in control. I'm sensing that you're wanting this precious relationship. It feels very precious. It feels very sweet. It feels very endearing. It feels very innocent. And that's one thing I love about Scorpio energy is that, yes, you guys definitely get the rap of being, Scorpios, as they call y'all, and, being very sexual, sensual, freaky even. But there's something that's very innocent about the Scorpio figure, both male and female. No matter how many bodies you got under your belt, no matter how many escapades you had, there's something very innocent about the Scorpio energy. And I feel like that's something that you are craving in your relationship with the opposite sex right now. This feels like a loving relationship, but one that is also very nurturing, sweet, and innocent. So what's crossing you? What may be tripping you up at this time? What challenges may you be having? All right, we got Railroad Bill, number 7. So 7 is a very spiritual number. Wow, this is another major arcana on the board. Now, when I think about major arcana, I always think about major arcana being direct messages from spirits. Also being affiliated with the outer larger planets like not Scorpio, the outermost planets like Pluto, Jupiter, Saturn, the big planets that really govern the collective energy, not just your personal energy. Okay, so this is big energy moving through your love relationships right now, Scorpio. So Railroad Bill is equivalent to the Chariot in regular tarot. So there may be some stagnancy. Um, there may be a part of you that isn't willing to move or budge, or even physically. There may be some physical distance in between the two of you guys, that is standing in between what's supposed to be happening is what it's looking like. We got some physical distance. But we got the Strength card out in your crowning position. So I feel like the time that you spent apart, wow, another major arcana. This is crazy. The Strength card is here in your crowning position. It feels like you being apart from this person is strengthening your own energy. It's strengthening who you are as a person. You're getting to know yourself better. You're building better boundaries. You're creating better work environments. You're really seeing what you are made of, because you may have relied on this person a little bit heavily. They may have been like a little teddy bear in your life. You know, you can cuddle up with them and hide from the world sometimes. So it feels like this distance is really proving to you how much you can take and how much you can actually do on your own. Subconscious factors. What's in the subconscious that we may not be aware of? 9 of Knives. The 9 of Knives is, first of all, a 9 is about the ending of cycles. Knives are going to be air energy. It's going to be about your thoughts. It's going to be about communication. It's going to be about basically your mental stability. It can be messages coming in, but it's very air driven. So there's an ending that's ready to take place in you, my dear Scorpio. There's a belief system that wants to be transformed. I feel like there's a lot of pain. There's a lot of remembering of devastating things that may have happened to you in your past. Ancestral things even. I'm going to read on this card just a little bit. It's calling me. And here, let me let you check her out. A screaming skull is surrounded by 9 peaches with knives stuck through them. This symbolizes the troubled spirits of the approximately 20,000 newly emancipated slaves who were placed in concentration camps in Natchez, Mississippi. The majority of the men, women, and children died a slow, agonizing death from disease or starvation. The camp was located at the bottom of a pit where wild peach trees grew. That's why this place came to be known as the Devil's Punch Bowl. To this day, no one eats the peaches because they know the bodies of those tortured people fertilize the soil. It was not the custom of indigenous people to eat anything that grew in areas that were considered beset with negative energy, such as this, because the despair would be internalized by whoever partook of such foods. The meaning is renewed hope, the end of suffering, the worst being over, good news, seeking help for depression and anxieties, and letting go. So, this distance may have given you a chance to really work through some issues that you may have been having psychologically, subconsciously, just giving you a chance to really purge some things and get a clearer understanding of your own mental faculties and your own mental state, the things that you hold true in your life, and also to process some things that may not have been, you know, the most positive in your life. And I know that was a really deep read on that card, and it's very, in your face and very harsh, but that's what it feels like. It feels like there's something very deep seated within you that could have kept you from really relating to this person in the best possible way when you were nearer to them. Let's talk about the last time y'all were together. Let's talk about the energy from the last time you guys were together. Where did you leave off with? Where did you leave this person at? Where did you leave this energy? We got the Father of Knives. So this may have ended in a way that was, I won't say amicable, but I will say it may have just been for the best for everybody. Just ending it where it was. It feels like it was a decision that was made out of, what's the word? It was a decision made out of necessity. Like, you know what? I'm going to take charge of my life and my thoughts. I can't allow this person to take up space in my mind. So I am going to move forward and leave them where they are. This is the Father of Knives. Okay. Shall we read a little bit on the Father of Knives? I think we should. Father of Knives. Where are you, Daddy? There he is. The Father of Knives is standing outside of a circle of cornmeal with a knife stuck in the center. There are broken timepieces in the circle, with big hands pointing to the numerical value of a person's name. Their time annoying him is now up. The Father of Knives is the quintessential dominant male. On the positive side, he is assertive, intellectual, ethical, analytical, mature, and a just leader. On the negative side, he is cruel, opinionated, vicious, abusive, stoic, tyrannical, and stubborn. Yeah, so it may have been best for everybody. It may have been best for everybody to just make a positive and mature decision to part ways. And we got the Ace of Baskets. So I feel like in doing that, it was a renewal of your emotional state. You were able to kind of take back your energy, rest back into yourself, and kind of step away from the situation. And now you have this opportunity to do things a little bit differently than what you did before, from a more positive standpoint, from a more healed standpoint, and from a more compassionate standpoint. Near future for this beautiful couple, Scorpio. What's in the near future for you guys? I love when readings turn out to be love readings. It makes me happy. What's in the future, dear Scorpio? What's in the near future for this dear Scorpio energy? Dear Scorpio energy. Ooh, we got Big Mama, equivalent to the sun in traditional tarot. Now, we know that everything revolves around the sun, right? The sun is our source of light, our source of inspiration. It's illuminating. So I feel like going forward and very soon, you're going to get an epiphany. You're going to get some communication from this person. You're going to get a bright idea. It just feels like something is about to be illuminated in this situation. And I feel like you're going to be able to see it with a fresh pair of eyes. And I feel like you're calling in something different. Even if you end up in a relationship with a person that you have been with before, Scorpio, it's almost like you're manifesting something brand new because your energy has leveled up so drastically. I'm just looking back on the notes that I was taking before I started pulling cards. And I wrote down protect your energy, power in numbers, prophecy, keys, come up, and get the most, not the lesser. Just like Pimp C said. So yeah, it feels like a big energetic come up where I don't know what you've been through, Scorpio, but it is a glow up on your end. You've really stepped into your energy. You really, and I feel like it may be because you were quote unquote stuck, kind of isolated to yourself. You didn't have a lot of movement. You may be in a position where you're going to work and coming back home. You may be in a position where you can't work and you have to work from home. But there's some restrictions that have been taking place in your life that have actually really leveled you up as a person. So just because you couldn't switch jobs or you couldn't move or you couldn't see this person that you were once, so involved with, that stagnation actually ended up being a very big blessing for you, Scorpio. All right, let's get a clarifying card for Big Mama. Let's get a clarifying card for Big Mama. All right, we got the Daughter of Baskets. So there could very well be some travel in your future. The Daughter of Baskets is a youthful, feminine energy. It's also about the emotional state of that youthful energy. Traveling across clear waters. It's a very positive card. I think I will read it. Daughter of Baskets. The Daughter of Baskets is generally the bearer of good news. On the positive side, she is charming, imaginative, creative, loyal, and has great communication skills. All right, so yeah, the person that you are attracting, like I said, it could be someone that you were involved with previously, but it could be a younger energy, someone very creative and free and compassionate, someone that you can have a really sweet connection with. I just keep getting really, really sweet and innocent, even if she's a freak. Even if she is a downright freak, this energy that I'm getting is very, very, very sweet and humble. And this could even be you, Scorpio. Like, it could have been something that you've been through in the recent past that's, turned you from, this scorpion with its stinger ready to strike into a softer and more gentler person. And therefore, you can manifest softer and gentler outcomes in your own life. So the question is, what is your attitude, dear Scorpio? What is your attitude? What is Scorpio's attitude right now? What is the attitude of Scorpio right now? Two of Baskets. So you have your mind set on a relationship. You want to work together with someone. You want to build with someone. You want to bring what you have together. And I think you're ready to do that, whereas in the past you may not have been. So what's the external force that is influencing dear Scorpio at this time? External force? All right, we got John Horse. That's the number 4. So you may be looking for some stability. You may have had more time to dedicate to your spiritual pursuits. And when you get down into your own spiritual pursuits and you get into your own spiritual community and you're listening to this guidance and this wisdom that's coming from a higher place, it can definitely change your perspective on things. I feel like you were a hot boy or a hot girl at some point. But due to your ancestors and spiritual guidance, and again, I'm going back to this railroad bill card, this stagnation, this lack of movement that you had, I feel like you really were able to listen. You were really able to listen to spirit and take the guidance and take the nurturing and allow them to guide you into a better place. Wow. Like this feels divinely orchestrated. Hopes and fears for the Scorpio. Hopes and fears for the Scorpio. Hopes and fears for the Scorpio. Father of Coins. So the hopes and fears are, can I be stable? Do I have what it takes to be somebody's husband, somebody's wife? Can I protect and can I provide? Will I be okay in a situation where I may not have as much freedom as I once had? Will I want out? Will I want to run? Or will I be able to stick this through? Is this what I want? Am I relationship material? Let's get a clarifier for Father of Coins. Clarifier for the Father of Coins. Ancestors. Yeah, so it's coming down to the fact that you may not have seen positive interaction between males and females, or if you're in a same-sex relationship, I totally respect that. I understand that as well. But you may not have had that archetype to look up to as far as relationships go. The relationships in your family could have just been of the fucked up nature and of the fucked up sort. So how is it that you can show up for another person and be present in a relationship when you just don't know how that's done? But I feel like the answer is you have to let those old ways die. You have to do some forgiving. And I'm hearing the insecurities definitely have to die. Like, if you don't think you're worthy, then that's the first step. That's the first thing you have to put a knife in and get rid of. It's like working on those. And I feel like you've done it. So don't think I'm preaching. I feel like you've done that. You have had time to really look yourself in the mirror and go, you know what? I'm not my father. I'm not my mother. I'm not any of these people who weren't able to get it right. I can become a new person. I can elevate myself and I can do new things. Overall outcome for the Scorpio month of August. Overall outcome for the month of August, Scorpio. Aunt Caroline, yet another major arcana. Aunt Caroline is all about coming from nothing and making something out of your existence. Ain't nobody taught her nothing. She ain't have no piece of education, but she is very sought after. She's famous. She's rich. Even in Jim Crow South, even in post-Civil War South, Aunt Caroline it's also a number 10, and 10s are about those rickety little baby steps that you start to take after you come out of the cycle of the 9. So 9 is the ending. You said no. You've leveled up. You know exactly what you want, and now the universe is giving you something new. And you're having to use new tools that you may not be quite familiar with or comfortable with, but it's about taking baby steps and really getting some momentum behind this new person that you're wanting to be, because it's going to lead you to a very, very abundant place. So whether this is taking place in an actual relationship, which is the energy that I'm getting for the group of Scorpios that I'm talking to, but whether it's a relationship, whether it's your job, whether it's, your children, whatever it is that you're feeling leveled up by, just know that Spirit is supporting you in this time. And I feel like there is a reunion that's about to take place. If you've had a relationship where there is a rift, there is a reunion happening, and it's because Spirit has been involved in the two of you. It's not something that you have physically been working on. I feel like both of you guys just stepped aside and was like, you know what? I'm going to focus on me because that's all I have control over. And Spirit has really, really, really been working. So congratulations to you for relinquishing control long enough for Spirit to get in there and do its work, because I feel like it's really going to pay off for you. And I just want to get a guidance card for my beautiful Scorpios. Let's get a guidance card. Take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Let's read. Take a break. It's okay to take a break and enjoy your creations. To take a moment from your busy schedule to get off the treadmill of life, to appreciate and acknowledge all that you have created, achieved, released, or experienced before rushing on to the next thing. To be in the moment and enjoy where you are. To take a breath and regather your mind, body, and spirit. To recalibrate, appreciate, and celebrate. To decide on what you really want to experience next. If you take a moment, you are not going to miss out. Perhaps you have just completed a big project, manifested something significant in your life, released an old way of being, or just been burning the candle at both ends. Now is the time to take some time out before rushing on to the next thing. You did it. Enjoy yourself and recalibrate. Go on vacation, book a massage, take long walks in nature, go away for a rejuvenating weekend to recharge and replenish. What I'm hearing Spirit say is, do not worry about how it's going to show up, what it's going to look like when it's coming. Like, they just want you to go ahead and take a bath. They want you to take that vacation. They want you to get that pedicure. They want you to really relax and enjoy your existence and know that Spirit is caring for you and that the desires of your heart are on the way, Scorpio. And that has been your reading for today. I thank you so much for taking this time to sit with me and listen to my ramblings. I wish you all the blessings in the world. If this is a new relationship that you are about to embark upon, I wish you all the luck. And I just hope that everything turns out in your favor, dear Scorpio. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, share, subscribe, and drop a comment if you like, okay? I'm Kendra B, and this is Knowing Woman Tarot, and I thank you for coming. Bye-bye.